This is ABC7 News at 5:30. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. A monster hurricane Matthew now bearing down on Haiti at this hour.
And all of Florida is keeping a close eye on the storm as well to see what impact it will have on the state and the Suncoast. Let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with the latest track and more information. Bob?
Well, a lot of you may be getting home right now. We had the 5 o'clock advisory come down from the National Hurricane Center, and there has been an adjustment to the left or to the west and puts more Florida at risk. And I think it's going to continue to be kind of iffy over the upcoming 24 hours as far as these models are concerned, because there's a lot of differences and a lot of different solutions that come out. Right now, it is bearing down on the eastern tip of Cuba right now, just about 55 miles or so to the east-southeast, the center is, of Guantanamo, and it's just going to clip the eastern tip, but all the heavy rainfall continues to be a big concern into Haiti with dangerous and life-threatening mudslides there, as well as flash flooding going on as a result just of the tremendous amount of rain that will continue to draw up there through the night, too. So it's not over yet. Jamaica, relatively easy out of this storm as far as they're concerned. They're still getting hammered, but not nearly as bad as it could have been. You can see the forecast path and track. All the areas you see here, most of the Bahamian chain there of islands under a hurricane warning as it makes its way off to the northwest. You can see this is a timeline Thursday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It could be anywhere inside this cone of uncertainty. And then notice what happens as we move it through motion here. It does clip now, at least the cone does include Highlands County and also parts of Highlands County and parts of Hardy County, all of Polk County. Not Manatee or Sarasota counties at this time, but we are going to get some gusty winds, especially if it were to follow on this side of the cone. And it still could. That still could be a possibility. So we'll have to wait and wait this one out and see how it plays out, eventually taking off to the northeast. One more graphic before we wrap it up here and show you the tropical storm force winds also possibility on into Highlands County and parts of Hardy and DeSoto counties. We'll have more in our forecast coming up in just a few minutes, and we'll take a little bit more look at Matthew. Just back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. As the storm heads north, people in South Florida are starting to brace for high winds and tides, lots of rain. They're stocking up on supplies, and lines are forming at gas stations, as you can see there. Stores in Davie already packed with people trying to fill up. And with the threat from Matthew, Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi is reminding people to make sure they don't get ripped off before or after the storm. Governor Rick Scott declaring a state of emergency for all of Florida yesterday, and Bondi has activated the state's price gouging hotline. During a declared state of emergency, businesses are not allowed to drastically increase prices on essential commodities like food, gas, water, and hotel rooms. Scam artists also tend to prey on the goodwill of Floridians during times of disaster.
Sadly, there are scammers out there, and they are going to take advantage of any crisis when anyone's in a time of need.
If you feel you're a victim of price gouging, contact the Attorney General's hotline at 1-888-9-NO-SCAM. Businesses that price gouge face fines of up to $1,000 per violation and $25,000 a day.
Governor Scott is concerned about the Zika virus spreading because of Hurricane Matthew. The storm is expected to bring torrential rains to South Florida and parts of the East Coast. Governor Scott is warning residents about the dangers of standing water and how this could worsen the spread of the mosquito-borne virus.
Everyone should dump the standing water around their homes and businesses. Encourage your friends and neighbors to do the same thing. Remember to wear long sleeves and wear bug repellent when you're outdoors. Combating this virus is something we must do together to protect our pregnant women and their developing babies.
According to Florida's health department, 20 new cases of Zika are being investigated, including one from a person who does not live in Florida but did visit Miami-Dade County. And a reminder, you can get constant updates on Hurricane Matthew 24 hours a day on our website. Just go to mysuncoast.com for the latest information on the storm's track, any watches or advisories that may be issued, closing information, plus much more.
Follow up now on a proposed renourishment project at Lido Beach in Sarasota County. A permit could be issued by the Florida Department of Environmental Protection for that project to happen. Last month, the department confirmed all necessary paperwork for the project was done. The plan would allow 1.2 million cubic yards of sand to be dredged from Big Pass to rebuild more than 1.5 miles of beach on Lido Key. Many Siesta Key residents have tried to prevent the dredging project, fearing it could have a harmful impact on Siesta Beach. Regardless, a permit for the project could be issued within the next 60 days.
There is outrage from some Siesta Key residents after they learned of a wastewater release done during Hurricane Hermine. County officials say heavy rainfall forced them to do a controlled spill into the Siesta Grand Canal. More than 3 million gallons of partially treated wastewater was released. The county stands by its decision, but residents want answers.
The alternative to bypassing is a raw sewage spill over the walls, upsetting the plant, and we do the bypassing to avoid that situation.
They're trying to make it sound like, hey, it's just 3 million gallons, don't worry about it. It's not just 3 million gallons, it's feces in our water.
The wastewater treatment facility on Siesta Key was scheduled to be shut down this year. The closing date has been extended to the end of next year. Tonight on ABC7 at 7, we will hear from the county about what's being done to handle similar issues.
New College of Florida will receive a $750,000 grant to support its new Art and Humanities initiative. The Andrew W. Mellon Foundation awarding that 5-year grant. The money will help pay for a new college initiative that has 3 goals: to elevate the college's capacity to contribute to public discourse on humanities and arts in the area, to build sustainable relations with arts organizations, and to establish sustainable academic connections with local colleges.
It's really to support the arts and humanities in the region. It goes through New College, but it's to build links about the humanities between the organizations.
Senior program officer at the foundation plans to visit New College next month to talk more about the liberal arts initiative.
Tonight in Northport, community leaders and law enforcement will come together for the 33rd annual National Night Out. The event is focused on crime prevention and gives community members a chance to get to know Northport police officers. It starts at 6 o'clock at Northport High School. The Sarasota Police Department will host its National Night Out next Tuesday at the North Water Tower Park in Sarasota from 5 to 8 p.m.
Well, still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, no more major surgeries for hip replacements.
A Suncoast Medical Center is now offering a 1-day procedure. Who could be eligible? Coming up in Health News.
What does it mean when New South Window says Factory Direct?
It means we have a factory.
It means we eliminate the middleman.
It means you get an award-winning, energy-efficient window at factory direct pricing.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell. Replacing your windows will not just beautify your home, but save you big bucks on your energy bills. I've done the research. I've seen the factory. New South Window is my hands-down choice.
New South Window. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Call now.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
I owed the IRS $20,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now.
Call 1-800-565-7740. That's 1-800-565-7740.
Get to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today for deals worth celebrating during the Jeep Celebration event. Come shop the area's largest selection of Jeep Wranglers or check out a new Jeep Cherokee priced as low as $19,999. Stop by to see the stylish new Jeep Renegade starting at just $17,699. Or drive away in a new Jeep Patriot for just $14,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
The official salon of ABC7. Cutting Loose Salon.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it?
1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPV.
Hip joint damage can disrupt everyday activities like walking and sitting, leaving normally active people in pain and immobilized. Hip replacement surgery offers hope to many, and now the procedure can be performed in a day. ABC7's Alex Redmond joins us with more. Alex.
That's right, Haley. You can get a vaccine, an ultrasound, a blood test all in a day. And now you can get your hips replaced and go home that same day.
I had my left hip replaced, and I had it done today.
Siobhan Green is in recovery from today's hip surgery.
I feel good. I feel confident, and I'm ready to rock and roll.
Moments later, Green is up and walking.
Can you do a few more steps or enough?
Okay.
All right.
We're sitting here today at an outpatient surgery center. It's a little bit after 10 o'clock, and we just finished our 3rd hip replacement.
It was not uncommon for somebody undergoing hip surgery to be in the operating room for at least 3 hours, and they would often spend more than 5 days in the hospital.
They didn't used to even get out of bed the first day. They would just lay there. And now they're out of bed within 45 minutes of surgery.
Orthopedic hip and knee surgeon Dr. Edward Stolarski says support from trained, experienced personnel, anesthesia techniques, and new technology make this possible.
This is the flight surgical helmet that the surgeon wears during the procedure. There would be a protector that goes over here covering the hood. There's a light so that the surgeon can better see what he's working on, and there's even a fan that you can hear in the background. That little fan cools the surgeon down.
So the surgery itself will take about 35 minutes. Patient will go to recovery, their vital signs will be monitored and they'll be stable. A little bit later, the therapist will get them up with the walker, get them walking.
And those people are also going home in a day.
Their loved one will come in. They're already trained. They've already had therapy. The loved one comes in and takes them home.
You go home, you're feeling good, and you're going to be good.
Dr. Stolarski says that joint replacement surgeries like these are made possible by innovative technology, new anesthesia techniques, and most importantly, that it's the team that pulls it together. And some of those people, those patients, never even meet.
That's amazing. And Alex, the patient you spoke with, what was her level of discomfort at this point?
I asked her, and she was completely coherent. She said she was in absolutely no discomfort at all. And the best thing about this was that she was so looking forward to going home and recovering because she felt she was going to recover so much faster. Literally within a couple of hours, she's on her way home.
Wow, that's amazing. All right, thank you, Alex. Now let's head over to Bob and get a check on our forecast.
Thanks, Haley. We are looking at the Lakewood Ranch webcam. Today, pretty warm out there. Again, 93 degrees at the Sarasota Bradenton Airport, close to setting another record. That's because of all the sunshine we had, and now the clouds and showers are starting to develop a little later today. And that's a direct result of this trough kind of shifting out of here. And you can see that rotation right there. There's the trough. It's going to the northeast. A little piece of it still hanging out in the Gulf of Mexico. That will move to the southwest and may allow high pressure to increase over what is Matthew and cause it to turn more to the west. That's the latest from the National Hurricane Center. And the European forecast model is now put Florida a little bit more back into the cone of uncertainty. But for us, we're certain that there's rain falling along I-275 and 75. And notice that water spout, little symbol right there just to the west of Ruskin, indicating a water spout spotted there by the meteorologist at Ruskin at the National Weather Service. It briefly touched down and some pretty heavy rainfall there now. It's starting to expand too along the junction of I-275 and 75, and right there in between State Road 64 and State Road 70, some pretty hefty rain. Showers starting to build near Northport and along I-75 near the Venetian. So showers in the forecast for at least the next few hours. Maybe not as widespread as we saw yesterday, but still some pretty hefty downpours because the winds are calm. Storms aren't going to be moving much. You're going to be sitting right there and rain things out. And the atmosphere, with the balloon launch earlier from National Weather Service indicating the atmosphere is very juiced up right now, and the downpours could cause some localized flooding problems. The high today, there it is, 93, close to a record of 95, and no rainfall to report officially this afternoon, but we did get a little bit earlier today, 0.06 of an inch, and for the monthly total now, we're 2.31 inches. So Again, 80 degrees in Jacksonville, 2 degrees warmer in Orlando, 90 in Tallahassee, 88 in Key West. The temperatures around town a little bit cooler in Braden and Cortez and Sarasota, where those clouds and showers have moved in. Arcadia, though, still hot, 92. The same in Northport, although you have a shower that is nearby. Not showers, but torrential tropical downpours occurring across Haiti and the Dominican Republic. And it looks as though the flood problems there will continue through the overnight and tomorrow morning as this system continues to just drag moisture right on into the mountainous terrain here. That just cools, condenses, and causes more rain to occur. And that is going to be a big problem, I think, over the upcoming 24 hours. As far as we're concerned, the big problem for us is in a couple of days for Florida, it looks like. Winds are at 140 miles an hour. It's moving to the north at 9, and it's going to move into an area that is favored for keeping it strong. It's not going to lose much strength. And in fact, forecasting intensity is not all that great of a science, and it could even gain some more strength or possibly even lose it. We hope it loses it, but the cone of uncertainty has shifted now more to the west. There are no warnings out for us at this point. The hurricane watch has been extended a little bit further southward to just north of Miami. Now south of Miami, all the way down to the 7 Mile Bridge, there is a tropical storm watch in effect as the storm is expected to race off. Now, there are a couple of models that suggest that it may do a loop out here in the Atlantic. I mentioned those watches and warnings. This is a hurricane watch, and the pink that you see there and the orange is a tropical storm watch. It does not include us at this point. So we'll wait and watch and see how this plays out. But the forecast models, as I said, are shifting a little bit more toward the west. They go back and forth, it seems, over the next 24 hours. We could see even a little bit more shift back to the west as high pressure is expected to develop and strengthen. At least the European model is considering that, and move it off more to the west. Even if it were to move into the east coast, we wouldn't have to deal with hurricane force winds here, it doesn't appear, but we could get some stronger ones along the coast. We are calling for a very breezy day, by the way, on late Thursday and into Friday. As far as rainfall goes, most of the rain looks like will fall to the east of our area too, as if it stays on this track, if it comes a little closer, obviously we'll get a lot more rainfall here in the future. As far as boaters are concerned, not much out there. A few scattered storms, northeast winds 5 to 10 knots, seas will be 1 to 2 feet, and the forecast is calling for windy weather and breezy conditions right through Saturday morning. Best chances for rain now Thursday late and in through Friday morning. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. Now to Suncoast Traffic Watch. There is an accident in Venice on US 41 in the northbound lanes at Center Road. It is backing up traffic, and you may want to avoid that area. Several U.S. airlines are waiving flight fees because of Hurricane Matthew. American, Delta, United, and JetBlue added certain U.S. destinations to their change fee waivers. Previously, it was limited to Caribbean airports. Generally, the change fee waivers allow customers to make one change to their itineraries without paying any extra charges. Airlines will likely issue waivers for more U.S. airports as Matthew moves closer to land.
Holiday shoppers are expected to spend more money and do it faster this year. The National Retail Federation reports sales in the months of November and December will rise 3.6% this season. That's a big increase compared to the 10-year average, which is about 2.5%. The total amount of holiday spending for this year is expected to be more than $655 billion. The projection does not include auto, gas, and restaurant sales, but does include online purchases.
Starting tomorrow, some residents on the Suncoast will be able to get alcohol delivered straight to their door. The grocery delivery service Shipt is now teaming up with ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Normally, the $99 a year Shipt charge would only allow members to receive unlimited grocery deliveries from public stores. Now, they will be able to add alcohol to those orders free of charge this month for orders that are more than $35. The company says deliveries can arrive as soon as an hour after they are placed.
And no drinking and driving.
That's what I was
involved.
thinking.
Yeah.
Exactly. Entertainment news is next.
Hurricane season is here. Are you prepared? ABC7 has the information you need. Access our special Surviving a Hurricane now. Access our special on our ABC7 app and all our live streaming platforms.
Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Roku.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Types of timber, cuts of meat, cooking times, temperatures, rubs, seasonings, sauces. You name it, they know it. That's what makes them who they are, Sonny's Pitmasters. And proud of it. Come get some baby back ribs at Sonny's Barbecue. On their own or paired with favorites like jalapeno cheddar hot links or pulled or sliced pork plus 2 sides and bread. Sonny's Barbecue. Local Pitmasters since '68.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, we make sure you get the most for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And right now, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet. A new 2016 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Complimentary maintenance included. At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Gold fever has once again swept the nation. And everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. Introducing the $5 million Gold Rush Doubler. We're doubling cash prizes for over $752 million in payouts. And 36 prizes from $1 million to $5 million. The Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
A professional tennis player banned from competing may be back sooner than expected.
Maria Sharapova has won an appeal with the Court of Arbitration for Sports, which reduces her 2-year ban. The International Tennis Federation's ban is now 9 months shorter, cutting the length of her time off to just 15 months. Sharapova will be eligible to begin playing again after midnight on April 25th, 2017.
Ben Stiller is encouraging men to get PSA testing after admitting he was diagnosed with prostate cancer. The actor says he survived the cancer due to early detection 2 years ago during an annual physical exam. Stiller's doctor suspected the cancer after conducting a prostate-specific antigen or PSA blood test. After having surgery, Stiller says he is currently in the clear, and he credits the PSA test with saving his life.
Kanye West is delaying his concert tour after his wife, Kim Kardashian West, was violently robbed in Paris. West is pushing back his shows in Philadelphia and Detroit to December. West was performing in New York Sunday when he abruptly ended his show, citing a family emergency. His reality star wife had been held at gunpoint in Paris by masked men dressed as police officers. They made off with millions of dollars worth of jewelry. Kim Kardashian West was shaken but not hurt. She's currently with family in New York.
Donald Trump's place on Forbes' list of America's wealthiest people has dropped a few spots. Forbes says after looking into the matter, they found Trump had lost $800 million over the past year. They said decreasing property value has affected Trump's assets, contributing to his diminished net worth. Presidential candidate came in at number 121 on the list last year. This year, he's down to 156. A new Airbnb competition is giving Beatles fans a chance to stay at the studio where the famous band recorded its hits. Abbey Road Studios will have a bed installed for the first time since Yoko Ono and John Lennon slept there back in 1969. This competition will give one lucky winner and 3 of their friends access to stay on the property. For a shot at the grand prize, entrants must write to Airbnb about their favorite Abbey Road track. The deadline for entries is Thursday. I know a few Beatles fans who may want to check that out.
Would love to do that and step back in time and experience that. It's very cool. We'll be right back.